How's it going, everybody? MonkeyNutz here. Welcome back to Alchemy Factory Workshop, where I make blueprints for my Let's Play series. I have been refining and rebuilding my diamond build. This blueprint here is, well, it's actually 5 blueprints, stacked into one. These bits on the side are just to get the stone loaded. Same thing on this side over here. So these pieces are not necessarily necessary. You could stack this build back to back to back. You could also stack it as high as you want. And it is tileable this direction and this direction. I just have these machines here to finish up the diamond process and to give myself a visual of how many more processes I still need to go through. This blueprint here is Refinery Step 1 and 2. This middle piece here is Step 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this one right here is spitting out our last bit of refined sand. This is part of the blueprint. This runs continuously. So we are making, I think, tier 6 at 22.5 per minute. This little stutter, I believe, is a problem with belt speed, and I will need to upgrade this right here some more. Just to show you where I'm at in the process, this machine here makes crude shards at 5.625 per minute currently, with this machine running about half speed and this one running about half of that. This can stack higher, and the way I have designed this blueprint is this machine here, we will connect, I don't have any parts on me right now, but we'll connect it with a belt to the tier 6 machine that's going to go up there. That will then make this one run at full capacity. If I then stamp that same blueprint down right here and then stack it again, I will have a second tier 7 machine running full speed. That will then make this one run full speed. In essence, quadrupling the speed I have currently making diamonds. Next, we can stamp this entire thing, this tower over here and this tower over here, right next to it, here and here, and mirror this setup right over here. We would then keep broken shards running at 22.5 per minute. And then from there, it is just a matter of stamping down. Here's what the size of the blueprint is. Need just over 2,000 of these. But as you can see, this blueprint is a manageable size. You are able to put this stuff in your inventory, stamp it down, and it is stackable vertically and laterally this direction. This has been running constantly. I just actually brought these over to sell so I can get more funds in here because we are spending a lot of coin on stone. Each one of these boxes contains all of the materials needed to stamp down one blueprint. I have 3 more sets of the first floor in green boxes, and then we're going to stamp 4 more sets on top today. These blue boxes here are for the sand refining step 2 that goes in between, where we have all of our tier 3, 4, 5, and 6 machines. All right, I'm going to get to building. Let's grab one of these full boxes. I do believe, because I ran out of room in the boxes, though, I'm going to be short on wood. Yep, I need 1 more stack of wood, which I've got being built right here. Perfect. We're going to stack 2 high, and then back to back here. Before we go back to back, I do want to just make sure all these are pointing in the right direction. I did have a problem with those connecting to the second blueprint. Now the second blueprint is going to be these boxes. So I'm just going to grab all of this. this blueprint connects in right here. You can kind of make stairs with these picnic tables if you just offset it by 1 every time. Like that. Just don't get too close to the build. Okay, we're going to go back to sand refining step 1. We're going to build that. And it will line up right there. Perfect. Now we just have to set up a loader for it, which I probably could add to the blueprint, but I wanted to leave it off in case I want to set these back to back instead of having space to get through here. And now that I have these built, really I could just come copy and make this a blueprint. So with this fully operational now and our second tier up and running, this will produce half of what we need to keep this tier 6 running full time. So what we have to do to keep it completely running is build this blueprint right here. So I'm going to tear this one down. And just to give you a better look at the backside of this, actually, I'll tear this apart in stages. So I'll get rid of that. And you can see here where all of our grinders are stacked up top and all the grinders stacked below. These grinders just feed into the stage 2 machines and then get belted around this wacky mess. I do not need all of these stands. I could put more wood blocks in here and save on some nails, considering this blueprint is pretty expensive on the nails. We've got 824 of them needed. But I wanted to leave it all as open as possible to show you guys the inside. I spent a lot of time building, tearing down, replanning, rebuilding. I will eventually get a build guide out there, but also in about a week, we'll have this on the Discord. So let's head this over here and place it where it belongs. I gotta make sure I spin it around the right way. And it needs to be lined up right with this one and just 2 blocks to the left. Perfect. Now I just have to build another refinery right here in front of it for tier 7. We'll get that hooked up in a little bit. Let's get this blueprint built now. So we'll need a place for the stone to come over here. Perfect. Yeah, I think that does fire at a faster rate than the catapults. So now that we're getting this whole left side up and running, that is going to effectively double the number of diamonds I'm producing. Currently, we're producing 2.56 per hour. And with this new setup over here, we're going to be producing 5.625 diamonds per hour. For the second tier here, I now have added this second tower on top. We want to make sure to reverse that. That way, when we go to throw our elevator in here, we're going to reverse that, send it up. It's on the correct side. Nice. So for this side here, I'm now going to be making 22.5 fully refined sand as soon as all of this spins up and gets to work. Ooh, I still have to feed the top layer with stone. Well, here's the view from up top. I've got my 4 towers here, and they're a little tall. I still have to go around and hook up all of the stone, but I have completed my 4 towers that should keep a tier 8 refinery running full time. That would be the one that makes these broken shards. So we should be now making 22.5 broken shards per minute as soon as I finish hooking up all of the stones on these. Golly, look at that. If I have done my math correctly on this, that means this machine will produce 21.12 diamonds every hour, or 1 diamond every 2.84 minutes. So roughly every 3 minutes we'll get another diamond in here. All right, it's all hooked up now. I've got these elevators along the back and along this side here. I have also got the coins being launched over here, and I now have this set up to launch the diamonds into the shop. I did, however, shut this down so I could get all of the belts backed up with stone. I don't have them all full yet. This thing has been just running constantly. You can kind of see up there along the top, we've still got some of the stones making their way down the line. But I am fairly confident that this will be quick enough to keep all the lines full now that everything's been filled up. That machine there should be running full steam at 22.5 broken shards per minute. Nice. So that means we are only running this one at half speed. So now the next step from here would be to duplicate this right next to it. Either that or above it. I just have to figure out how to get the stone up there. So in order to keep the crude crystals running at full speed, I would need to double this right next to it and then double that on top of it. To keep this one running, we would need to double that. Yeah, it's going to start getting insane. We're going to need so many of these. I'm probably going to take this as high as I possibly can. The only thing I haven't figured out fully yet is how to keep all of the stone going all the way up. Probably start a new portal at this point, because I don't think that one would be able to supply more than this. So at this point here, we are making a diamond every roughly 3 minutes. That's going to wrap it up for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. If you'd like to see more Alchemy Factory Workshop, smash that subscribe button and join me back here for the next one. I'm MonkeyNutz. Have a good one, everybody.